Man, welcome back to the Fake Stuff Podcast. And we are back at it again, doing what we do, but doing what we really do. And that's the basis of this whole podcast right here. Got the regular, the OG3. For those of you who don't know, if you're just new, you've seen a lot of faces lately. We've been getting the team together and stuff. But this right here is the three right here, the Fake Stuff Podcast. Crab Man, what's going on, big dog?
Oh, man, nothing. I was about to hit the hay, and then I told you, I was like, man, if I continue drinking a little bit, I can keep rolling, and it's going to be great. I said, but if my head hits that pillow, it might be done. But my head did not hit that pillow, so I'm ready to talk. And got Chris on here. It's been months, I feel like, except for when you popped up on the last episode just randomly.
Yeah, I was like, should I pop in or not? And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I've been busy, man. I've been working my fucking ass off. Like I said, although I'm enjoying everything happening right now. I can't complain about the current administration of things going on right now. You know, like, I'm happy about that. But it's just kind of sitting back and watching it all unfold, working like a dog. Got 2 kids. I didn't think I was going to be able to record tonight because, I mean, hell, my kids drive me.
Yep.
Man, trying to get both of them to go to sleep. That's some work. That's some work, man.
Oh, man. Chris putting that work in the dad life. And shoot, I feel you, though. Yeah. So, Chris back on tonight. Been a little minute, but, hey, Chris been putting in that work. We all been putting in that work. And this is the product we got now. But, hey, me and the Crab Man been dropping rookies, and I've done said it. I mean, the rookies is the weakest part of our game, ain't it, Crab Man? So this episode we dropping right here tonight, this is what it's all about, the bread and butter. Me, you, and Chris chopping it up. Not that we don't like doing rookies, but it's good we're going to toss an episode like this in the mix because there was a bunch of news that went down today. Hey, let's just go ahead and just start it, man. Davante Adams to the Rams. You know, when that trade went down, it's like, you know, I was texting and Akil said it best in the group chat. Just when you think, you know, a window closes for him, it just, you know, opens up again. And he's probably about to go off again. Crapman, I know you like the move.
Oh, yeah. I love the move. 2-year, $46 million, $23 million a year. I mean, DK just got paid $30 million a year. I know we'll get to that, but like, come on now. I mean, that's just a great signing for the Rams. Matthew Stafford. I got Matthew Stafford, Adams, and Puka on one dynasty team. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to ship off Adams because I feel like this might be the perfect opportunity where he's still got a lot of value. So, I guess for my dynasty people listening out there, this might be your last chance to, you know, get something for Adams. But, shit, I like it a lot. I like it for all parties involved. I mean, I don't see nothing negative about the whole thing. What do you think, Chris?
I just think now the Rams has just got 3 like tactician, route runner, wide receivers, and I just need to see how this is going to play out. I mean, yeah, it makes them relevant, but
well, Cooper Kupp's gone.
Yeah,
he's getting released.
So what's the word? He's definitely out. So Cooper Kupp's definitely about to be gone. Okay,
he's gonna get released. They were gonna try to trade him, but they said he's gonna get. The league year doesn't technically start till Wednesday, but the legal tampering period was today, which is really the big day. But they can't release anybody. Well, I guess they could have, but since they didn't get a trade, they'll just release him on Wednesday. Same thing with Rodgers and the Jets.
Well, damn. Well, what's it take to get Davante Adams? I sent out a trade for Davante Adams today in my home league. I sent Isaiah Pacheco for Davante Adams. Not good enough. What's the deal?
I mean, Pacheco's kind of got a little shit on his name right now. I had a trade in. Me and Crack Room had something worked out in Doo-Doo Dynasty that involved Davante Adams, but it was a whole It was a whole ordeal. I think I sent him Davante Adams, James Cook, and a 26 first and Matthew Stafford. So it was Stafford, Adams, Cook, 26 first for Josh Allen and Kenneth Walker. That's what I sent out.
Yeah.
That was instant rejected, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean it was, but it was worth a try. I'm going to trade out the Matt too. I don't think I involved.
Draft pick wise, are we talking about a late first? If somebody sends a late first, Davante Adams, does that get it done?
I mean, not for me, not for my team because I'm going.
I feel like
for
if that's what you're trying to get, like if you want to capitalize, unless you want to get like a player, if you want to try to get like draft pick value, getting a first is going to be your best bet. But I wouldn't pay a first.
I would. I'd pay a late first for him for sure.
I wouldn't.
I don't know.
Late first. What are we talking about? Late first. I mean,
112. Brian Thomas.
I'm just saying they don't hit that often. That's like 50-50 chance, man. 50-50 chance. I'm good. Like I would go after a player that's shown a little bit. Like if I'm trying to trade Davante Adams, I would try to get. I would just try to get a younger asset. Like,
it's just I think after this year you're not getting that first. So if you want to maybe a little return on it, like if you're fine. And you got Davante Adams, like, go ahead and take the loss, and just take the first if you're looking to ship him off. Because after this year, I don't think the value is going to be there.
It depends on where you're at, though. Like if you're definitely like if you're not going to win this year and you have Adams, then of course trade him for a first. But if you were contending and trying to win another championship, like me, so. I'm not gonna take a late first and draft freaking Luther Burden, and hopefully he pans out over for sure top 10, top 15 talent next year. That's gonna. I mean, as much as Aaron Rodgers sucked, like Davante Adams was still going off with the Jets. I mean, he's still gonna be fine.
I was about to say, what are we thinking? What does it look like next year? Him to Stafford.
I think him and Puka are going to both be top 10, top 15.
Damn.
I mean, Garrett Wilson and Davante Adams were both top 15 receivers last year with Aaron Rodgers. So it's not like they can't coexist. It's not like Puka hasn't dealt with Cooper Kupp stealing targets.
I think that they're both going to get hurt again. I think that Puka's going to get hurt. And then I think Davante Adams is going to get hurt at some point, and it's just going to be like, they're going to be throwing the ball up to players like Tutu Atwell and shit like that. I mean, that's just what I've started expecting from Rams football nowadays. Cooper Kupp ain't ever on the goddamn field. Puka Nacua shines, then he gets hurt. He's gone. Oh, we got Davante now. Well, his ass is fucking hurt now.
Hey, man, you can't count on Tutu. He got released. He's gone.
Yeah, that's why I said players like Tutu Atwell. All
right, well, with that move, then slide over real quick to Cooper Kupp. He's getting released is what it sounds like. So what do you think of Kraft, man? To me, it's like his whole fantasy value, like, rest in the balance right here with his decision, because he could go somewhere like
I already know where he's going.
Where's he going?
He's going to the Patriots. I'm serious. I mean, I know he's going to the Patriots. It's already written in what does it say? Written in the pudding or cake or whatever. But, I mean, Chris Godwin turned down $20 million to stay with the Buccaneers, and the team that offered him $20 million was the Patriots. If they're willing to sign Chris Godwin, they're willing to sign Cooper Kupp for cheaper.
Damn, is that Kraftman in on it? I mean, I'm just hearing stuff that I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't know that the Patriots had offered that. I mean, that's just gonna be crazy.
I thought you're saying because he's white, he's going to the Patriots. That's what it sounded like.
I mean, he can come slum it down in Carolina for a year or so and just retire. You know what I'm saying? If he just wants to chill.
I mean, before today, they were saying the Jaguars and the Patriots were the two teams that were looking at him, and the Jags I mean, they signed De'Ami Brown. I mean, it's not the massive signing. They could still get Cooper Kupp, but like from what I've heard from just watching the television and Rappaport and Schefter and all that, is that the Jaguars and Patriots ran on them. And once I saw that the Chris Godwin deal fell out, I was like, well, shit, Cooper Kupp's probably going to New England. But he might not want to. I mean, they kind of suck.
Man, I'd love it if he went to the Jags.
I mean, that would literally be like if going to the Panthers. Going to New England would pretty much be like going to the Panthers. You're going to a shitty team either way. You know? I feel like we're better than the fucking Patriots, though.
Oh, man. I don't
coming
know.
up
We'll
here.
see.
We should put a bet on that one. That's a good bet.
I would like to see how that one played out.
Out there making
you never
moves.
know. All right. Well, hey, slide it over, man. DK to the Steelers. Because I know y'all got some different opinions. I know I got a different opinion, or my opinion on the whole shebang. And well, I mean, Chris, you want to start? Would you like to go first? Because
I mean,
probably about
if Pickens stays, man, this is gonna be the most dysfunctional wide receiver room I've ever seen, dude. Like they're gonna be getting OPIs like crazy, bro. Like they're gonna be like the most flagged wide receivers in the NFL on the same team.
I seen a meme that portrays what you did. Noah sent me one earlier today. It was like Russell Wilson getting sacked in the backfield. Meanwhile, DK and George Pickens are like WWE throwing a motherfucker to the
they're
table.
like fucking RKO in the fucking corner down there. Like, I mean, it's going to depend on who the quarterback is. I know crap, man.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
It's
Aaron Rodgers,
Rodgers,
man.
I would have rather just sat in, I don't know, Seattle. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see. From what I saw from Rodgers, it didn't look good last year. And Rodgers is not. I mean, what's his name? DK Metcalf is not Davante Adams, so I don't know how this is gonna go.
You ruined my point that I was about to make. He is not Davante Adams. But if I will say this, it's the only thing I'm gonna say about the situation at quarterback. If Rodgers goes there, it will be better than Russell Wilson staying there for DK and Pickens. So
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I do.
But look, I agree with that. But the truth is they all trash. When we get to our redraft leagues, ain't none of us drafting them, and we all know it. I ain't drafting Pickens. I ain't drafting DK. I don't care where that man George Pickens was the wide receiver 46 last year. Now throw DK in the mix. Done. Fried. I'm about to start throwing George Pickens in that Jerry Jeudy class. About to start sliding them over in it. How much longer? I mean, they don't replace your ass. You're already not even the number one guy in your own organization. I almost traded for his ass.
Do you think Pickens is gone?
I don't know. But listen, man, DK. If you didn't even like DK in Seattle, I don't really think. Why would I like DK in Pittsburgh?
I feel like Seattle's offense benefits him better. Mike Tomlin always been a run first coach. Like they like to run the ball, and now, especially now that isn't Arthur Blank the offensive coordinator? Or no, what's his name?
Arthur Smith.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith.
Arthur Blank is the owner.
Arthur Blank on the sideline.
What the fuck is this motherfucker?
That's what I'm saying.
We're just naming trash ass Arthurs tonight.
You got DK, you got George Pickens, and you got Arthur Smith. Don't even know who your quarterback is, man. It just sounds promising. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just out. There's no sell high window for you. It's a buy low window, I guess. Technically, I'll be objective. I'll stay objective. If you want to throw a late second, what
a late second?
At first on Pickens, mid second for DK. I wouldn't even throw you to 201 for DK. If you sent that to me, I'd just spit at it. I 201.
I ain't offered DK to nobody because I feel like what I'm gonna get is just a straight up rejection. So he's just gonna stay on my team. I cannot believe in Doo-Doo Dynasty, I got DK, Adams, and Godwin, all kind of a part of.
Yeah, you're in
this
a
whole
fucking free
agency
agent
thing.
fucking conundrum, ain't you?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, hell, let's move over to Godwin. What's the word on Godwin, Crab Man?
I think Godwin re-signed.
3-year deal.
Yeah.
3 years, 366 million to go back to Tampa. Jalen McMillan lovers, that kind of hurts.
Yeah, I'm literally going into my home league and deleting trades right now. I was sending one for McMillan today. Now I'm deleting it. Because I'm gonna be real, because I didn't know some of this news we breaking tonight is first reaction to me, and this Godwin news really is first reaction to me because I didn't know. So he's back with the Bucks. I know he was coming off that injury, but dang, I mean, heck, if you have Chris Godwin, you feel great about it now. Some security. You can't really sell him like he's really just a hold, but I mean, I think you're just fine with that with what you thought you had, 2 weeks ago. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like Chris Godwin in another organization. But hey, now they're gonna give him time to recover. He's gonna be back up there with Baker, and hey, they're running it back again, doing it again. But McMillan his role is slightly diminished, but
yeah, I mean, I know I said Chris Godwin turned down $20 million, but you got to think also in Tampa they don't pay income tax over there, so old DeSantis got it figured out. I mean, he
Chris Godwin. Why can't our shit?
He'd have been paying a lot of it.
Why are we paying this shit?
I don't want to pay no income tax, damn it. Raise the sales tax. Fuck it. Just don't buy as much.
Yeah, raise that shit. Like,
take my income tax out.
Just get rid of that income shit. Fuck that.
It is crazy though, for real. All right, then. Well, shoot, man. You got anything else to say about Godwin then, Kraft Man?
I mean, the only thing I got to say is I've had him in Dynasty for a while, and he's out of my whole team that I've had. He's never entered the trade block one time because he's, like you said, he's just a hold. You just take the production and roll with it. He's not worth much on the trade market, so just keep playing him.
Christopher, you want to add anything to?
I mean, whenever you just look up in the fantasy football dictionary, just like, consistent player that you just, you don't really know if you want to keep him or you can't really get rid of him. I mean, it's Chris Godwin, I would say. Like, this benefits him the best. Like, I'd much rather him be with Baker than him taking that $20 million to go fuck around in New England for 3 years. Like, I think it's just going to work out better because I think they're going to try and he should take over for this team when Mike Evans hangs it up.
Well,
and then, from then on.
Man, let's just move on. Let's just talk about some of these quarterbacks real quick. Some of that movement. Because the biggest deal, correct me if I'm wrong, but probably Sam Darnold to Seattle. Because what was that? 3 years, $100 million or something like that, Kraft Man?
Yeah, 3 years, $100 million. Yep, exactly. That's stupid for that, by the way.
I think that's too much. I think they could have got it way cheaper.
35. What's that? $33 million a year or so.
Yep.
Like that's like the Daniel Jones type shit. But I mean, I just want y'all to talk on this because, like, do y'all think Sam Darnold has improved at all, or was it just the Vikings? Because I personally think it was just the Vikings.
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
I like Seattle's offense. They got some playmakers. JSN, who I've been telling y'all was the wide receiver one since he was drafted. And y'all been like, no, DK is the fucking GOAT, bro. Like, no, fuck DK.
Hey, Matt knows
he's better than DK. We know this. He's gone now. JSN. The backfield needs to be figured out. I mean, Kenneth Walker was struggling. Zach Charbonnet was looking to look a little good. So they're probably going to operate in committee coming out. Offensive line is all right. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. And they run a good offense. It's just going to be for Sam
Man.
Darnold to go out there and fucking perform, and he ain't got to go out there. Like I said in a message to y'all, I was like, this doesn't – is it going to be as good as it was in Minnesota? No. No, it's not. It's not going to be even close.
You know
He
what
was
I
a
think it'll be?
QB1 in Minnesota. Like, let's not downplay it. He was the QB1 in Minnesota. Like, he certified fantasy QB1. I think right now is where he's going to be just a solid QB2, like mid-range QB2. And, you know, he's not going to go out there and be dropping you like 5-6 points, like super risky. I think that you'll just get a consistent performance out of him. He may have some good games and he's going to have some bad games, but I mean, I think he'll be all right. Is he worth $100 million? Fuck no. He's not worth $100 million.
Matt, I'm going to let you go because I know you got something to say, but I just wanted to say, you know who he's going to be like fantasy-wise? Geno fucking Smith from Seattle. Like, that's about the dynasty outlook on Darnold for next year. That's the way I think about it.
Shit, I really ain't got too much to say. I guess it's just add stability. If you have Sam Darnold, a 3-year deal, to me, it means they're probably not going to draft anybody, at least early or anything like that. So that trade that me and Chris did a long time ago for that second-round pick for Sam Darnold, Chris definitely won that thing now that he even got a deal. I mean, that was like before last year, me and Chris did that trade. So it just, you know, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like. It's probably going to look much of the same, to be honest. I mean, is it any different than with the Geno being there?
I mean, I want to hear y'all's take on JSN because I got him in a couple places. And I personally would rather DK be there or somebody like that for JSN to, you know, succeed being that number 2. Do y'all like it better that he's just the only option left? Or I don't either. I don't like it either.
I don't like that DK's gone. You know, I don't like DK, but like it does hurt a receiver. Now you're coming in, you're gonna have like a number 1 guy. Teams know that if you're throwing the ball, you're probably throwing it to this guy. Like you just got a bunch of mystery in the backfield and on the line of scrimmage. You don't know what the fuck's gonna be going on. There's no clear number 2 to draw away coverage. So I mean, I think that there might be a little struggle, but where JSN excels is I think if they start running him on them go routes and then they start fucking bringing him into the short routes, he's going to have to play everything. And that's why I think he's still be valuable. I mean, he's going to be a good fantasy asset. He's going to get so many targets. It's going to be ridiculous.
I mean, he's just a PPR guy, though. Like, even last year, like DK was running the deep stuff and JSN was just kind of succeeding around, 10 yards catch or something. So, I mean, I don't like it personally. I think
JSN is a deep threat. They were running him as an inside guy, though. He's a deep threat.
Yeah, but that might be because Geno can't throw the deep ball. Maybe Sam Darnold's got more of that in his game.
Sam Darnold was slinging that motherfucker to Jordan Addison, though, bro. He was.
I think it's going to be bad. I think Seattle's going to be. I will say with Kenneth Walker, though, when targets leave the offense, a lot of them targets go to the running back, which they were already throwing to Kenneth Walker a lot last year, way more than they did in the past. I think Kenneth Walker might be a for real buy in Dynasty because of the lack of targets from the receivers.
It does feel like they're about to run the ball, about to pound the rock a little bit.
Yeah, and just toss it down to them 1,000,000 times a game. Like they don't really have nobody else other than JSN right now. Jake Bobo. Yeah. Silence.
All right. Yeah. Well, shit. Oh, well, shoot, crap, man. What's the other one? Let's go ahead and just talk about Geno because Geno to Las Vegas. I mean, to me, it just kind of putting a little stability into their quarterback situation, but I feel like they're still in the hunt for a quarterback. I feel like they'll probably still draft somebody. Try to shore up that quarterback situation and have a veteran in there. That's really how I see it. But I mean, it's already better than what it was last year. So, but I don't know how this does. I mean, I feel like this might be better for like Jacoby Myers, I mean, what's the word on him? He's still up there. He's still going to be there.
Yeah, he's still there.
Might be better for him. I don't know if it's necessarily better for Brock Bowers. Could be.
I don't know if he can get better than what he did last year. I mean,
right.
That's the problem. Is the bar is just set so damn high. It's like, can you do better than what you already done? So I think Brock Bowers is still like going to be incredible for Dynasty, but I mean, if he goes up from what he did last year, that would be pretty damn good. So probably neutral for me. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be weird. Like, are they gonna? Because what pick is Vegas?
Like 8, I think.
8. Okay.
Yeah,
So I mean, they're
like
not getting.
they get
not
Shadur
into
if he drops or something like that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Shadur will drop.
I mean, in a lot of mock drafts, Shadur was, going.
I would, if Bowers was doing all that with what Aiden O'Connell and I mean Geno Smith is definitely a little bit of an upgrade from that. I mean, we're just gonna have to see how this is gonna go.
To me, it's like
man,
that offense was just so poor. Like it just had to go to Brock Bowers. I feel like this offense is gonna be a little bit better run.
Yeah.
So like other people are going to be getting involved in the game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be like, yo, let's get the ball to Brock Bowers.
They got some playmakers too, man. I mean, Brock Bowers, of course. They got
Ashton
Myers. Did they take Ashton Genty? Yeah. I mean, that'd be nice back there. They got, what's his name? Is it Trey Tucker? I mean, he's been looking decent. Like, he's a little gadget player.
Yeah, they got some options. I mean, Geno's not going to save the day, but I expect Gentry to go there based on these moves that they made with Geno. So they're going to try to build that offense up. Their defense wasn't that bad. They re-signed Max Crosby to a massive deal. I just want to talk about this. It has nothing to do with fantasy. What the fuck are the Browns doing? Please tell me. They paid Myles Garrett $40 million a year, and they have so many positions to fill on that team. Like, we all know we play Dynasty Fantasy Football, and Matt says it all the time. Sometimes maybe some of these GMs should look at the way fantasy works.
They just didn't want – I guess they wasn't getting what they wanted for the trade.
That's crazy, though, man.
They're paying like that.
Who's not offering first for – what NFL team ain't offering you first for Myles Garrett?
First and more.
First and more. Like, that's a haul for Myles Garrett. If you got
and to get that contract off your books too. Like, I don't know. It makes no
And you only got
sense.
one more year of paying Deshaun. They've cleared all of that except the 40 that he's due next year from that blunder. Then you find a way to top it. Like, not top it, but I mean, you find a way to just make it fucking worse.
They ain't buttoned up.
The dude said that he does not want to play there because he feels like they fucking suck. But why did he? I'm still worried about, like, why did he resign?
$40 million will do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is all about the money move right here. Like, like I don't give a fuck if I win games. Like, give me that money.
That man was like, I hate Cleveland so much. And then when that money came, the skies turned blue. It was perfect weather. Like, everything just looked bright. Yeah, like, it was like, I do.
A beautiful city.
Yeah, I love it here.
Same thing with Deshaun. That money, that's all that money.
Money in the massage parlors, man. I don't know what they do.
Cleveland not looking so bad all of a sudden.
No, hell no.
All right, then. Well, what's the other ones? Justin Fields to the Jets.
I don't like that at all, dude.
I'm mixed on that. Matt, go ahead. Go ahead, Matt. I want to hear your take on it. Go ahead.
I mean, who's over there? I mean, what's the deal, Kraft man? 1 year deal or what is it?
It was like a 3-year deal, ain't it? Or is it 2?
Nah, it was 2 year, $40 million. So it's
so
33 guaranteed.
So if he's
was I right on that? I haven't got to scroll down.
Well, listen, man,
something like that.
Well, look, we've definitely seen Justin Fields have success, and Garrett Wilson there. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's one of those things, Kraft man, I always say about people getting reps. I mean, they was winning games. I mean, what if he comes in there? I mean, the Jets should be in the market for a quarterback regardless of them.
Yeah, I agree.
A 2-year deal. I mean, a 2-year deal is nothing. If it doesn't work out, Fields will be gone next year and be on another football team next year, which is probably more realistic. But I think you're just more. They should just be in the market for a quarterback. I mean, where are they at in the draft craft, man?
I think they're. I don't know. I'm guessing. Well, I think they're at like number 7, but I might be wrong. But they're somewhere around that 7-8 range. I think they're 7, and I think the Raiders are 8.
And I know we ain't talked about it, but where's Cam Ward being
number 1? Well, I mean, the Browns just at number 2. They just signed Kenny Pickett, so I would still think that they would draft a quarterback. So
you would think
Sign Kenny Pickett.
I mean, they signed Kenny Pickett. It's the Browns. Who knows what the fuck they're doing? They got Kenny. Well, they actually got him for pretty cheap. I think they gave like a 4th or 5th round pick for him. So it's not like they gave up a lot because they gave it all to Myles Garrett. So he's gonna play quarterback too. Myles Garrett back up.
Hear me out. I give Fields an outside chance to succeed, just a slight one, because he does do good at times, but. I mean, what's the chance? I mean, the Jets, they're so trash. I mean, I
just think Fields does good at the expense of the other players on the team. Like Fields benefits from it, but I just feel like the other people are going to take a hit.
I mean, I don't mind it, truthfully. From like the Jets standpoint with the quarterbacks that they were looking at, I don't mind seeing if Fields got it. Like, you're not wasting a whole bunch of money. You know, Garrett Wilson's going to take a hit, but he still might be all right. I mean, DJ Moore was like a top – I think he finished as wide receiver 6 with Justin Fields one year. So there's a chance that Garrett Wilson still ends up okay, being he's the only one there. But
Garrett Wilson ain't DJ Moore, bro.
Got Breece Hall still.
Breece should be okay. The checkdowns probably ain't coming his way, though, with that Russian quarterback. But I don't know.
The touchdowns will take a hit, and Breece's goal line work was already being taken away. Like, it was already like being throwing that Braylon Allen in there. They were throwing that dude in there.
I traded Breece for the 104, Chris. What do you think? Superflex.
Send it. I'll do it.
That's a good trade.
It could be. Breece could still be good.
I mean, he could be all right, but I just don't think that, if you want him to be that breakout running back, it might be a few years before, like, he's just like that solidified, because when they get drafted, like we talk about this shit with the rookie drafts, every year you got your rankings. This is what makes fantasy football rankings so tedious. You got Breece Hall. Oh, he's the RB1 this year. Next year, this motherfucker will be like the RB4.
7. Yeah.
Or he'll be like Kenneth Walker, and all of a sudden, this dude is the RB1. Because at one point, we was saying that about Kenneth Walker, the Dynasty RB1, like right now. And all of us, this dude's probably not even in like the top 8, top 9 right now.
It's crazy. I mean, that's just how the shit works. I mean, they drafted Zach Charbonnet, and then shit hit the fan, and then Breece Hall was like a top 5 pick in redraft last year, and he didn't even finish in like the top 15 running backs or something. I mean, it was terrible. And it wasn't the thing that scares me about Breece Hall is just Braylon Allen looked better. That's the problem. It's like Breece Hall just didn't look good. He looked like a third down running back who's just good at catching the ball out in space.
Yeah.
So that was a big problem.
It's just all gonna fail. The Jets are the Jets. You can't come out of it, man. Some of them organizations are just not buttoned up enough to be built for it. Crap, man. Any other news? I know.
Man, so much news. Real
quick, let's touch on Deebo real quick because we ain't really had time to touch on Deebo, and that was some of the other big news. Headed to the Commanders, and listen, me and Craftman, we kind of touched on it a little bit before. One of these rookie breakdowns just kind of said something about it, but my initial opinion is you're just going to find out that Deebo is washed. I think he's done. I don't really even see him coming over there and being. I mean, if I'm Commanders, I don't. I mean, damn, you just give up a 5th-round pick, you get Deebo Samuel. You see how it plays out. So, hell, I don't blame Washington for doing a deal like that. Because who knows if it works out. We get Deebo, maybe he's in good shape. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But I mean, I'm just saying. I just think he's washed. I mean, heck, I think personally, the 49ers wouldn't have let him go if they didn't think Juwan Jennings and all them could handle things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they feel like they needed Deebo. So, I don't know. I don't really, I don't really care.
Start clearing cap, though. They lost
Yeah.
a few. They lost Hufanga and all of them on the defense, too.
Got to pay Purdy.
Got to pay Purdy.
So,
yeah.
I mean, as
it
far
is
as
what it
Debo goes, I think it's more like a lateral move. Like, I could see him having a decent year because of that Cliff Kingsbury offense. Like, he gets the ball out of Jaden's hands pretty quick. Zach Ertz is kind of washed, in my opinion, too. So, like, I feel like Debo – I feel like it's better than in San Fran, but not a whole lot better. It's just going to be – you'd be happy to get like a wide receiver, I don't know, 15, 16 out of Deebo next year, like a decent wide receiver 2 would be your highest hopes.
But I definitely don't see that happen.
That's like your highest hopes. That's what I was saying. I mean, I would probably rank them if we were doing it now at like back end wide receiver 2, like 24, something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking this is kind of similar to that Stephon Diggs type deal to Houston, bringing that veteran guy.
Good for Jaden.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with it. I mean, as far as Deebo goes, what about Terry? How's it affect him? Just a little bit.
Scary Terry gonna be fine, bro.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think Deebo's washed. I mean, what's he gonna do? Will he decline from wide receiver 6? Probably to what 10?
Yeah.
I mean, Terry's
like 12, something like that.
Yeah, like
he'll probably be undervalued in the draft, like he always is. I think you might be able to get him a little cheaper than what he's worth next year.
Yeah. All right then. Well, shit. All right. What about as far as like Deebo's value though? Is there like any chance this is like a sell high type deal? I mean, some people might hear the news and be like, "Oh, Jaden Daniels, Jaden Daniels way better than Brock Purdy."
Yeah, you might have people like Duncan that are just like, Jay Daniels to the moon, Deebo Samuel to the moon, but then he'll offer you a third. People that salivate over it, like
any first.
Yeah. Oh hell no.
Would you say sell Deebo for any first?
Nah, I mean no. Yeah, I would sell.
I would sell him. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy him
first. No.
Second,
I would rather have Adams than Deebo for sure.
Yeah, I don't think I feel like that's a no-brainer. Where does Deebo fall? I'm not really sure where. Like I don't even know. I'm gonna have to sit down and do some rankings. I will probably do that later on in the summer though. But yeah, crap, man, I just don't even know what to think about Deebo. I'm just not high on it. I don't really care. If I could get a first for him, I would. If I could get the 201 for him, I'd do that.
What about Deebo or Jaden Reed?
Man, give me Jaden Reed.
What about Deebo or Khalil Shakir?
Man, give me Khalil Shakir.
Okay. So he's on down there.
He's low.
Bit. He's pretty low. You agree with that, Chris? Both them guys that I said, Deebo. All right, here's another one. Well, we'll put Deebo in this conversation with him. Aaron Jones. He signed a 2-year deal with the Vikings. 2 years, $20 million, $10 million a year. I felt like this was the best case if you had Aaron Jones for him to just go back there.
Just fucking keep Aaron Jones.
Outside of the Deebo conversation too, what do y'all think about Aaron Jones though with this deal? I mean, pretty useful in fantasy and dynasty.
Hey, another year of relevancy. I mean, just when you think it's like him, another one. When you think it's done, another year. I think this is best case. You can't really sell him. You know what I'm saying? And
Can you buy him?
sure. I mean,
What would you
heck,
buy him for?
I'd sell him for any second at this point.
Oh,
I mean,
no. I would buy him for a second for sure.
all right, yeah, deal.
Man, I'll be acting like seconds are worth a lot. Chris, go ahead.
You think you could get a first? You think Aaron Jones
ain't worth nothing?
Hold on, bro. You think Aaron Jones is even coming close to a first?
I feel like it'd have to be a player. You can. I don't think. I mean, you ain't getting no first.
It'd have to be a young player that with maybe some upside, like Marshawn.
I'm all, but see, you talking to someone. I'm always.
Oh, come on,
back,
Kendre Miller.
Dude, I would take Aaron Jones over Marshawn Lloyd and Kendre Miller like so many times. I mean,
it just depends on where you at.
Give me both of them. I still wouldn't do it. Trade me Marshawn Lloyd and Kendre Miller. I'll still keep Aaron Jones. Them motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit.
I mean, what's Aaron Jones gonna do? I mean, but I'm just saying, you just know
he's gonna be in your lineup next year and he's gonna score points. I mean, that's what I want.
I think regardless if you think he's gonna be good or not, I think it's just the thing with Aaron Jones is you definitely think it's over after this year, no matter what. Even though it just got a
deal.
I know, but it's just a year-to-year deal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they should be in the hunt for a running back. This class is so deep. I mean, I feel like if I'm in the we gonna definitely have to do an episode about this because I feel like if I got running backs that are kind of iffy, like about surviving the draft, I kind of want to sell them. This class is so deep.
I mean, $10 million a year is a decent investment for a running back, though. They're not going to replace him, even if they draft one. Like it's not like he got Javonte Williams signed with the Cowboys for 1 year, $3 million. Like that's a backup running back. That's not $10 million for a running back. I mean, $10 million is still a good investment.
Yeah, that is. I mean, heck, I would rather have. I mean, just depends on where your team's at, I guess. Because I mean, you definitely thinking Aaron Jones, bam, bam. This is it. I think it's just year to year with his career.
That's a cheap buy, though, in my opinion. Like, that's cheap.
Heck, I might go buy.
Hell yeah, we should. I'll send out a second, easy.
Hell yeah. All right, then. Shoot. All right, crap. Well, go ahead and just start throwing out some news for us then.
All right, so we're gonna start alphabetical order. We got Khalil Shakir signed 4 years, $60 million for the Bills. Where y'all at on Khalil Shakir? I mean, David's been trying to send this motherfucker out for 3 years straight.
Yeah. No,
he just signed a deal.
I'm gonna be honest.
Slot receiver.
I'll just be 100% with you. After all this went down and all this stuff, I regret not accepting some of them from David. I mean, he was selling them for cheap, and now he's got a deal and everything. So I feel like I wish I would have accepted one of them. That you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't even remember what. I just remember the offers because we got them for so much and so long, but I just can't remember what the value was on them. But yeah, I feel like if I'm David, I'd still try to sell them, but the price can go up a little bit.
I mean, they got rid of Mac Hollins, who just signed with the Patriots. I know that might not mean much, but I mean, I could see Khalil Shakir having a decent season. So go back to what we talked about, like Khalil Shakir, or I guess you're taking Jaden Reed over him, right?
I don't know. I think you got to think about that.
Somebody like that. Damn. Well, Khalil Shakir or an older guy like Davante Adams.
I'm about to go try to sell Jaden Reed for Shakir plus and see if I can get that done. Oh, you think I can get that done? Shakir in a second. Might try to slide that one over. Chris, we need to drop a trade episode here soon. Not too long.
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah, I got a big one.
That one. Yeah. You got 3 firsts for that. I was like, yeah.
Yes, sir. I traded Amon Ra for 3 firsts. That's how I do, Craft Man. That's how I do.
Hey, it's not a bad deal. I mean, it's not a super flex league though, so I hope you get a good player at the 105 or 106.
Yeah, I agree. I was honestly surprised he even accepted it. Caught me off guard a little bit.
He just basically threw away his entire future.
Hey,
for Amon Ra.
When I seen a trade had when I went down there, when I saw a trade had been completed, I was like, oh, I knew exactly what trade it was. I was like, oh, damn, I can't believe he just accepted that. Went on there and looked, and for sure, man, so my guy. But it's all right, man. My team's stacked, but I'm about to address some running back needs, Kraft, man. What's some other news? Throw us some more, man. Just let's slide them out there real quick.
Shit, I know mine right off the top of my head. I know the steal of like this little period right here. I feel like, but I don't know like fantasy wise if it's going to turn into anything this season. But Christian Kirk to the Texans.
I was about to say that. That was my next one,
bro. For a 7th round pick, I'll throw you 2 7s. Like fuck, I'll give you a 6. Just send him over here, like.
You ain't lying, man.
This dude set the wide receiver market not too long ago, bro. Like he just said it before it got blown out of the water. He's being traded for a 7th round pick.
Dude, I'm with you, man. I mean, all right. Let's just go ahead and fantasy. Like, what is Christian Kirk? Because I feel like people don't view him like we view him. Like, it could be a sell high in some circles, but I feel like some people ain't thinking of it like that. So then what are we thinking? Because I'm thinking, what can I go get him for? What does Christian Kirk cost, Kraft, man?
I mean, I would love to buy Christian Kirk right now. I don't know what he goes for. It's going to have to be a player like a late second easily. I would trade a late second to get him. I mean, the Texans are really doing some weird shit. I don't really understand what they got going on. They traded Laramie Tunsil today, their best offensive lineman, when they were ranked. The Texans were ranked 31st on their offensive line last year. So it's kind of weird. You got Nico, you got Kirk. Tank Dell is having multiple surgeries. So
he's not even playing. He's not.
Yeah.
Playing.
So next year, Christian Kirk should be the wide receiver 2 in that offense, unless something happens with Diggs and he ends up back there. I mean, it just seems I'm with Chris. It was a steal for the Texans to get him.
He said I'd give you 2 7s.
He's a flex
for like the next few years. Like, I mean, fuck it.
What?
Like, we're just throwing
He's a flex.
Out.
So yeah,
he's a flex play. But like when he's healthy, he was solid little flex play for you for a team. My whole thing is like the dude had just gotten a massive deal not too long ago. He actually performed decently for the team, and then he got hurt. Now all of a sudden, this dude ain't worth jack shit to you.
He tore his ball sack.
I mean, it was the core muscle. Yeah, I mean, he ripped his nut sack open, but I mean, he'll be all right. I mean, like, I don't think that's like he's done. I mean,
nah.
But if there's fantasy value, I mean, he like you said, he should be the wide receiver 2 on this team coming up.
Paired up with Stroud, I mean, yeah,
I wouldn't get too overhyped about it, though.
I don't want him to end up being like Deontay Johnson. You know?
No, let's not do that shit.
Oh, man, Deontay.
Man. All right, Crabman, toss another one out.
All right, so we did Christian Kirk, who Chris just stole the words out of my mouth, which I was going for. De'Ami Brown went to the Jags, whatever. That kind of is what it is. Elijah Mitchell went to the Chiefs.
Damn.
What do y'all think? I mean, that actually makes me feel better about Pacheco than them drafting, because they were talking about them drafting a running back in like the 2nd round in a lot of mocks that I've seen. So Elijah Mitchell going over there makes me feel a little better about Pacheco, but they could still.
They should have got Jordan Mason. Fuck Elijah Mitchell.
Well, I guess the 49ers wasn't willing to get rid of Jordan Mason.
He's a free agent.
Dude, I was just sending out some Pacheco stuff today.
Jordan Mason's on the market.
Is he?
Yeah.
I would have rather had Jordan Mason than Elijah Mitchell. Maybe Jordan Mason makes too much. I mean, what's the market saying for Jordan Mason? I mean, he was good when he was playing. All right, yeah. So I'm with you, Crab, man. That would make me feel better about Pacheco than signing Elijah Mitchell. But
Well-
yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pacheco might be in better shape. They could still go out and draft somebody.
Yeah.
Just
though.
barely
I mean,
ever seen the kid play. Elijah Mitchell,
Yeah,
that
it's-
motherfucker's always hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably didn't get signed for much. But another one, the Dolphins signed Zach Wilson, 1 year, $6 million.
Damn,
I know
for
that's
real, bro. What?
What?
It's kind of
Hey,
crazy,
man.
but if you got Tua and you got Tyreek and you got Waddle, like the Dolphins don't ever have a starting quarterback. So Zach Wilson will probably end up playing like 10 out of 16 weeks next year. So I just figured I'd mention that.
What else we
Yeah.
got? It's not.
Tua's gonna retire from football next year.
Giants
Have to.
Big
Well, the
nothing burger.
re-signed Darius Slayton, 3 years, $36 million. He's not
Nice.
going anywhere. So we got Justin Fields. Let me see here. Let me see. I'm looking, trying to find some offensive players, but shit,
A lot of defense.
Yeah, a lot of defensive
Hell,
players.
the Panthers paid out the ass for J.C. Horn. We gave him the largest fucking defensive contract like
Damn.
in fucking history.
I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, Najee went to the Chargers for $9 million. That tells me they ain't signing nobody this year. So
No, that does. I
that's
know,
a
man.
hope for Najee.
feel like
What
that's
about J.K. Dobbins? Was
I
he
was about
just
to say.
1 year? Was he one and done?
Well, we got free agency still and J.K. Dobbins. So as far as the running backs go in free agency, you got Dobbins out there, and you still got Nick Chubb. I mean, whatever you think about him, but that's really the running backs that are left
Damn.
on free agency because Najee just got a job. So if you got Najee, you definitely feel happy about that. I mean, that's
Hell
like
yeah.
best possible solution.
Yeah, for real. Best case scenario. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. After J.K. Dobbins just went out there and just looked like a fucking stud for a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dobbins, he's just done. I mean, I got Dobbins on the team. Heck, I was starting him and having success with him, but he's done. That's an asset that you can't get rid of, and that will die on your bench. Craftman, anything else you want to slide out there?
I mean, not really yet. I mean, there's still some free agents out there that could sign. I mean, we're still waiting to see if T. Higgins can do anything. Brandon Ayuk's kind of on the trade block, but he might end up staying. So it's kind of just wait and see right now. And as far as running backs go, there ain't much. Tight ends, there ain't much. I mean, deep tight end class, deep running back class. So, I mean, I don't really see anything crazy happening as far as like free agents go for wide receivers because, I mean, the people you got left is like DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen. Let me think. I mean, there's plenty more, but you know, players along that caliber. Cooper Kupp's got to go somewhere. So, I mean, the free agent wide receiver market is kind of slim now, unless you make a trade.
I feel like there's going to be some trades pop up.
Yep. Well, shoot.
I'm starting to think T. Higgins might go.
And you want him to go to the Packers?
Well, I'll make this. Trey Hendrickson or T. Higgins is gone. One of the two. They can't afford both. So if they sign Trey Hendrickson, they'll keep Higgins. If they keep Trey Hendrickson, they'll lose Higgins. So
I'd give the Bengals a haul for T. Higgins. I'd
pay him what the freaking Steelers paid Metcalf and just be done with it.
Yeah.
I'd pay him more than what the Steelers paid Metcalf. Fuck Metcalf. Just to spite Metcalf, I'd give him 31. I'd give T. Higgins like 40.
T is making 26 this year on the franchise tag, and you're telling me that DK Metcalf at 28 years old, 27 years old is making $30 million? Why not send out an offer for $30 million a year for T?
Right.
T. Higgins just won you a fucking fantasy championship too. If you had him just straight out won that bitch for you, and he dropped like 55 some fucking points. I remember I played against him.
Yeah, I was about to say you went against.
I got my fucking ass kicked.
I think if T goes somewhere though, it'll probably be like a draft day type trade. Like, we're gonna have to wait on that. But I mean, he'll probably still end up. I mean, my best guess is that Trey Hendrickson is gone, and that Higgins is staying with Cincinnati because Joe Burrow he wants his ass there. He's been talking about it all the time.
Yeah,
I just feel
They
like
can't keep both of them.
No-brainer. Why have they Hendrick? Get rid of Hendrick like that. To me, that's just not that hard of a decision.
I would keep, and if I was a franchise, I would keep the defensive player. Their defense sucks, and he led the league in sacks. Like, made the trade with the Packers, man. What's so bad about Jamar Chase and Romeo Doubs out there running around? What's so bad about that receiving core? You know what I mean? Damn.
I like it.
Just
I like
send
it.
him over to Carolina. We'll give you like a first, and then we'll give you a player or something. We'll give you a defensive player.
It'll be
We'll give you Jewel, bro. We'll give you a middle linebacker, Jewel. We'll throw him out to you. Give you Jewel.
But
can't have JC Horn though.
As far as the draft goes, though, there's a lot of teams that need wide receivers. So we'll just kind of, some of them are going to get filled in free agency. Some of them are going to get filled in the draft. Like the Chargers. Chargers definitely need somebody.
Yeah.
Teams like that.
Definitely. Well, shoot, crap, man. I think that about wraps it on up, man. Broke away from the rookies. Came over here and talked about some of the fake stuff tonight. Craft, man, would you like to say anything to the folks out there?
I just appreciate everybody for listening and drop some comments in the YouTube, and we'll respond back to you. And, it's been a fun time with this free agency stuff. Like, I just keep looking forward to it every day, but I think after today it's going to be a little bit more dead than it was. But right. I'm glad Chris finally got his ass back on, the fucking hater over there.
Yeah. Swizzy, anything you want to say to the good folks?
Oh, man, I'm trying to get back on more. It's just fucking working kids. It's hard to allocate your time. It's a lot of weed and mushrooms and,
that's exactly why we got a team up in here. So, we always going to be pumping out the content. But hey, go check us out on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you can listen to a podcast. Go check it out and just, go like it, put a 5-star review on it, and just share it, man. That's the best way to get it out. But heck, on YouTube, go check us out over there. You can see a little bit more of the stuff. I mean, heck, we didn't add nothing tonight because we're just talking news, really talking about the fake stuff, really what this podcast is really about. So, but heck, I mean, that's all I got to say, unless there's anything y'all want to add.
Yeah, I want to add something about this free agency stuff because I want to toot our horn as a podcast right quick. You ain't going to get all the shit that we offered tonight with the free agency. We covered damn near everything. We talked about who it affects, what's going to happen with this free agency. I think we covered it as good as we could tonight.
Yep, definitely going to have this. This is going to be the episode I drop because we got rookies in the bank, but this one comes out tonight or tomorrow, early morning. So, get our fresh takes on it, and then we'll check out some more news when more news pops out. But yeah, man, hey, that's all I got to say, crap, man.
Hey, we good, but we out. Peace.